All right, so we have a couple walls up here that need to be balloon framed. Let me shut that off. We have a wall at this end that's balloon framed. The chimney needs to be balloon framed as it protrudes through the upper floor, or the roof, I mean. And then we have a balloon frame wall on this gable end and a balloon frame wall over here. So we're going to go ahead and mark these walls in the legend. And we are going to just open up this model. So we'll open Xreference, takes us over to here. And the first thing we'll do is we'll take this wall, we'll right click and say copy wall style and assign. It's going to take us into an editor, and we're just going to, we'll come here where the 2 is, and we'll just call this balloon, okay, BLN. Okay, then we're going to go over here to the display properties, and this tells us which display we're actually in the bold, but the one we want to change is the one that's framing. We want the framing to demonstrate that we're balloon framing. So we're going to double click this, come over here to line type and hatch, and we're looking at the hatch stud. We want to turn that on, and we want to go to hatching, and that hatch 3, which was right here, we're going to define it. We're not going to use solid. We're going to go to another one here. We'll go to ANSI, and we'll use just a diagonal one there. And then we'll just hit OK, and let's see what it looks like. So we're still in the wrong display, so let's go change the display to frame, and notice what it looks like. It's kind of faint, but there it is. So now I'm going to go over here and do the same thing. I'll just copy this style to there, and notice how that becomes hatched as well. And then I'm going to do the last one over here like that. Now go back to floor. Now notice how these are of a different style to begin with. We really don't have the exterior siding. We do up above, but anyway, it's not that big of a deal because we're not showing the floor plan. So we are going to do the same thing for the cutout here. So we need to break these walls at the chimney. So I'm going to say BA, and I'm going to click at that point, and I'm going to click again at that point, and notice how that wall is broken right there. Do the same thing on the other side. BA, boom, and BA, and boom. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I want to take this particular wall style. Looks the same in this plan view, but I'm going to go select all these. And when we're looking at the frame view, there we have all the hatching going on. So once I hit save here and go back to the framing view, we'll see it show up. So let's go over there and see how it shows through on this view. Let's go back to this drawing real quick, and I'm just gonna grab this line work, bring it back over to here, and then we want to go ahead and create a legend. So I'm going to go over to the framing notes, and there's my legend right there. I'll bring that in, and I don't have it up here right now. So I'm going to explode this. I'm going to paste that wall that I took from the other drawing, and I'm just going to go over here and set it right there, and I'll pull that wall to be even with that. We'll delete this. I want to use the vaulted ceiling because we have that. So I'm going to go right there and get rid of this and get rid of that other one. Okay, and now I'm going to just call this 2x6 balloon framed wall at 16" on center and vaulted ceiling. And I'll just go center this right here. Okay, and then I've got a legend here. And that's it. So that's how we can set up different kind of wall styles and have different kinds of hatching to display different things. So I'm going to sneak something else in here, and that is that these walls are not below the framing, they're above the framing. So we want to take something like this, which is coming from the dormers, and we're going to right click it, and we're going to edit object display. Going to override the display so it's not taking on the one, whatever this is down here. We're going to set it to be plot screened, and watch what happens. Nothing. All right, so there's a funky thing going on here. I've got to go into the dormer drawing. This is kind of getting in the weeds. Don't worry that, you know, it'll take some time to learn this stuff. But if I go over to the Model 2 dormers and I look at this, I'm going to right click and say edit wall style. And I'm going to go into, actually what I want to do is go into the screen one. Okay, that's how it should be looking. But the problem is the elevation that it's at. So we're going to go into edit wall style. We're going to double click, and what this allows us to do is create an override of the style. And we're going to go over here to cut plane, and we're going to say override display configuration cut plane. So we're going to put that on there, and let's see if that will do the trick. That doesn't do the trick. So let me play around with this for a moment. So I'm just kind of getting in the weeds. Forgive me, it's going to take me a little while to kind of fix some things, but here's the composite model, and I'm just trying to clean this up so things can display properly. So I'm going to go into the Model 2 view. I want to find out how high those walls are supposed to be, and according to my section, it wants to be 4, 9, and 9/16 high. So I'm going to go back to the attic plan, and I'm going to make all of these that high. I'm going to say the height should be 4 foot 9 and 9/16. Okay, so not sure what's going on there, but in the meantime, I'm going to go grab the roof also. So go back to constructs. I'm going to go bring in the roof 02. Okay. And way up there. So I'm going to look at a flat view there, and I'm going to turn it into wireframe. And I am going to edit in place. I'm going to draw a construction line like that, and I'm going to draw another construction line. Let's see here, I'm going to go, my stud wall is right there. What I want to do is grab these roofs. I'm going to go from this apparent intersection down to that point right there. Now, I really need my roof now to come up. I did that wrong. This one wants to be down there, and since it's a rafter, I'm going to go to the inside and bird's mouth these. So I pair an intersection. Okay. And now let's go take a look at this. Oops. Oh shoot. I messed up. Alright, we're gonna try this again. So let's look at this in ISO view. Okay, it's just too high. And go back to the front view. Let me go turn my Z elevation snap so it's at 0 elevation. And then when I go and select these, it won't push the roof objects back to a different Z elevation. So now I'll do parent intersection and try this one more time. And if I look at it in ISO view, there. Okay. Now what I can do is take that roof in the front and this roof in the back, and I'll auto project it. A for auto project, and now we have that going. Okay, and obviously these guys are going up that far as well. So let's I'm just going to go ahead and auto project these. Actually, I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to try and give it the height that it really should have. And the height that it wants to have is from here up to there. So it's 10, 3, and 1/16. So back over to the attic plan. I'm going to grab these guys. And oops, shoot. I'll come back and get the others. I'll put a height over here of 10 feet 1 and 1/16. I might have got that wrong. Let me go back. 10, 3 and 1/16. (10-foot) 3-1/16. I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's try this one here. Okay. 10, 3, 1/16. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to save the changes. Oh, it's because I'm in the roof. I'm in the roof drawing right now. Or I was in the roof drawing. Okay. I'm going to go open that back up. And I'm going to get rid of that construction line for now. Close this. Okay. So I had the roof opened up inside this drawing, and it wasn't letting me change the walls right here. So now I can change all these walls. Okay, one more time. 10 feet 3 and 1/16. Okay. Same thing here. Okay, and this one we can auto project, so floor, roof, A. Okay, so we've got that. Now we need to figure out how high above that dimension the roof or the chimney goes. So we'll come back over to here and and let's go look. We know that I can take an elevation or a line there, and I'll also do it from the floor right here. Okay, I'm going to just grab these two lines, copy them, and I'm going to take them down to where the chimney is, which is right there. Okay. And what I'm looking at is I just want to take from here all the way up to the top of the chimney, and I'll go to the very cap there, and I'll say that's 20'10" from this line. So come back to here, and that's where I got this. I started the elevation from here. So these want to be 20'10". And so does this one. Oops. Okay. All right, let's see how that goes. And if I come here, this elevation should be at 0, which it is. Z elevation is 0. That's perfect. All right. One other thing we'll do is we'll come back over here, and we'll say let's go. It doesn't really matter where this window is, and we're not trying to do architecture here, so that's good enough. We know that this actually goes a little higher, and that's what I was kind of getting at. And let's just put it up there. We'll change the head height, and we'll just make it 8 feet. Just lift it up some. Okay, we're gonna save this and go back to our model here. And I know our windows aren't quite right, but we have the elevation there. That's fine. And these guys are sitting there fine. So I'm trying to figure out how to get those things to display. If I hit II, which is identify the elevation or the coordinates, it tells me that it's 2411 to the middle of this. So let me see if we come back to the framing 2 plan. Just trying to regenerate everything. Back in wire, and I'm still not seeing. I'm just going to play with this for a second. For some reason, we're not getting those dormers to show up. Let me see what the elevation is in the plan. So I tells me that the Y is at 2410. That's showing me at 0. I'm going to go give this all 0 elevation. Let's see if that makes any difference. There it goes. Okay. So it was just sitting at an elevation that it didn't belong at. And I'll go put 6 feet. Anyway, now what was happening is the walls were just above the cut plane, and now that we brought everything back down, see how that X reference isn't the same as the display for this. So if I went to make it floor, This will still say as reflected because we did a edit object display and we overrode the display. So it allows it to show up differently, and the obvious intention is this is above the framing, not below it. So hopefully that's helpful. And you're having a good time learning this. All right, talk to you soon.